Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to the DAO Day. I mean, like, I know it's like early morning, but come on, it's DAO Day. It's like something special that we are conducting today. And so we have like very long agenda for the whole day. And so what do you think, Astra?
I think we should cancel Tuesday definitely today. We should not work. We should just gather all this information and all the good ideas what we will get on stage. And I would say we should feel free and happy today. And I'm very happy to see so many people here. And we are grateful also for you in online for joining us. And I also think it's very good moment to thank you, everyone.
Yeah. And before we start, definitely we would like to express our gratitude for our dear speakers and
The team, obviously, also our volunteers and sponsors. Sponsors we definitely will name, and they are China Lucy's, Coinspade, Word, Dowlands, Founderly, Easy Feedback, and actually they are not the only ones who are supporting us because the local community has supported and international community. This is amazing, actually. Thank you so much for the feelings that you have gave us during the very, I would say, quick organizing path that we have had. It was not like it was not half a year preparation, definitely not. It was like a 2 months or something, yeah.
oh, definitely. I mean, we put all of it together in just 2 months, and definitely a lot of hard work, which is very hard to tell you all about it right now. But it was very, very hard, and a lot of speakers handling. And but we are lucky to have around, I think, 35 speakers altogether, and we have. In my opinion, seven keynotes. Oh, sorry, seven panels, or five panels of seven keynotes. Maybe I'm confused a bit. So forgive me for that. So definitely looking forward to a great day ahead.
Thank you. Uh, from a bit also from the logistics side is that we hope that you everyone will join during the same time you are joining also the content. You also join the coffee, the snacks, and the lunch area will come around 1 o'clock. And please feel free to take pictures with our dear photographer with the photo booth. Also, please take notes, post it in LinkedIn, share about everything about the DAO day, and share your happiness. What about the venue? We hope that you enjoy it. We choose that because we see that it's kind of combining the feeling of community. So people online, you don't see right now, but people are actually quite chilling here, like on couches, like bossy feeling, you know. And come on, look at the stage. Quite like there is some feeling of legal and this kind of culture is there. So we hope that the venue is supporting this community with a feeling. Thank you.
And feel free to make connections and know each other. Say hi to everyone. Why? Because it's all about that. This is we are talking about the future of governance, community, and coordination, right? And for that, you need people. So you need to know a lot of people, so you can also spin out your own DAOs and work on something common goal. So definitely say hi to each other, and there are definitely a lot of speakers who will be here today as well with us. Say hi to them as well, and I hope you will enjoy what we have put together.
Cool. Thank you, Vattan. And actually, Vattan, who are you?
Yeah, I mean that's an important question as well. So hi, maybe I can introduce myself real quick.
Please do.
So my name is Vatan, and for Estonians, it's like Ma Vatan. So Vatan is my name, so you can remember my name. And yeah, it's funny, but this is how I pitch myself. And so, in short, I'm a startup influencer, and I also founded Founderly, Internet Native organization we founded last year, as a non-profit to solve some problems in the DAO space. And also one of the big goals that we are trying to tackle from internet native organization is to bring DAO to the Estonia legislation. So DAO can have legal entity in Estonia. So this is what we do. And but I'm originally from India, based in Estonia for 5 years. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 15 years old, and did so many things in the long way. And so yeah, that's a bit about me. And what about you, Astra? Who are you?
My name is Astra Tikas. Definitely right now here, I'm just like standing as a organizer of DAO Day together with you, definitely, and together with our team on the back. And why I'm here, because I feel motivated. I want to be connected with innovation, with a community, with new technology movements. And I do feel connected with this kind of exciting feeling when you feel like I see a bit of future there that many people don't understand right now, but I do understand and I do believe and I want to be part of that. So that's my kind of inner motivation to be here. But definitely with INO, we have been working together since actually we met like a year ago, our team. And since then, we've been working on it. I'm very happy for this collaboration and this experience. And I think actually from here we can move on with the next keynote, which is about or internet native organization and what we are actually doing, right? And what is internet native organization?
For that, we would like to invite Javier also on stage.
Javier is also a board member of Internet Native Organization.
Oh. Greetings to everyone. Hope you have a nice day.
And maybe before beginning, maybe you can also introduce a bit about yourself.
Yes, sure. So basically, I'm Javier Ortin, and I'm an engineer, Web3 developer, and I deal mostly with the technical side of things. I'm passionate about blockchains and Web3, and well, that's my insight in our team mostly.
Yeah, he's so humble.
I want to add about something about Javier. He's actually coming from Spain. I do want to. I'm sorry, Javier, but he's talking so amazingly Estonian language. So if you can talk around with him, he talks Estonian. Sorry, Javier. So, thank you guys for being here until this moment, because sometimes we kind of have also in team, these moments that you feel like, oh, why we're doing this? Because you're tired. We have seen these things, but it seems like we're actually very happy and satisfied. So what I want to press out here is like every NGO, every organization has some bad moments sometimes, but the most important thing is the value that you bring and the happiness that you will get from the results. And I am extremely happy for this again working together with you guys. I am. So Internet Native Organization began from an idea that we had a feeling in Estonian jurisdiction that during the past, let's say 4 years in the crypto space, there was a lot of confusion going on around crypto licenses, around VASP licenses, right? And what happened with this was that Estonian government gave out a bunch of licenses to crypto companies. They were doing something that the government firstly didn't much understand, but they were excited about the innovation. I mean, the government was excited to have this, to get these companies here, to get these taxes here. But what literally happened was that nobody actually understood fully what are these companies doing. And around that became like a small mess because there was like money laundering a bit going on, like misconfusion, misunderstanding what these companies are, what for, who are of them are like good companies, who are not. And the short story about this is like in Estonia, we already have this experience with VASP licenses, right? And right now, what we have experienced during the past 1 year is that we see a DAO boom is going on. And what is DAO boom? A DAO boom is decentralized autonomous organization registration boom, we can say. We see a lot of companies and communities who are willing to have legal registration somewhere. And we see Estonia as being very nice jurisdiction for that. Why? Because Estonia is a digital innovative country, right? So before the boom starts really heavily, before the lawyers sell something that they already understand, before the government accepts companies and DAOs in Estonia without understanding what it is actually, we thought like internet native organizations should come together and bring the awareness to everyone, not only for Estonian government, not only for you like who you are here, not only for people who are interested, but also to educate these people who have ever who haven't even heard about cryptocurrencies themselves, who don't use it even right now. So this is our concern about the past, and we would like to be more positive about the future and bring this prepared awareness in Estonian jurisdiction and also elsewhere. So this is shortly why we came together. And so what are we actually doing?
So, as a brief introduction, also, as you know, I guess many of you know, some jurisdictions in the US are already registering DAOs in a legal form as a legal entity. But there are still many challenges fronted when there are like DAOs registers or DAOs operating. As some of you might know, there was a case in the US where one DAO called Oki DAO was charged with a criminal act, kind of. And the problem was not the act itself of registering or not registering a security, but the problem is that for that criminal act or supposed criminal act, everybody in the DAO was charged, let's say, as part of a responsible person in that act. That meant that there was not there was liability for every member of the DAO. So the thing is not only about registering DAOs as a legal entity, it's also about understanding what are the legal aspects or the how far does the legal part of it reach. And it doesn't finish with the DAO itself, but with all of its members. And that's one of the main purposes of INO, is to study, discover, realize how that's going to play out before it's too late to do something about it. The idea is to prevent that liability for every member. Well, that's one of the things in Estonian jurisdiction, in European jurisdictions, and well, everywhere in the world. But we are starting from where we know, and that's one of the main goals of INO: understanding how well how all the legal part of these entities are well playing around. And that also involves all the laws regarding blockchain. That of course involves all the Web3 technology, all the blockchain technology, which is fascinating, and it's allowing us to do some things that were not possible before, like raising millions of dollars in a day in a decentralized manner with people that you don't know. That's what DAOs started. How DAOs started is by people gathering around all over the globe without knowing each other, raising funds, doing cool projects together. But of course, that has some consequences, and that those consequences are what we are trying to study and understand, so that we can have a better legislation. We can actually spin out DAOs with their full potential, without limitations from the legal side, without people being fearing that they might be entitled for some criminal act that they actually didn't do. They were just participating in an organization. And that doesn't end up there. It's not all about preventing bad things, but also like about promoting the good things that DAOs are bringing us. How decentralized systems, how decentralized organizations can be in some aspects much better than centralized entities, than centralized corporations, by spreading the decision making. It's not only about the technology, it's a lot about the culture of DAOs. And I invite you, all of you, to get involved in DAOs, and or at least research how are operating and how they're involving a lot of different players in reaching one goal. And players don't need to know each other. It's just like we want to reach that goal, and we just share responsibilities, share tasks, give projects, and work around it. And that's what all is about.
I mean, Astra and Javier covered most of it. What I want to say are the why of DAO and the why Estonia, right? Two questions which will pop up in anyone's mind right now. So why DAO? And like when we build a startup, we always look at the numbers, the market size. Market size of DAO is definitely huge. If you look at the number 2 years ago, there was nothing. Right now, there are more than 1.7 million DAO members. And if you look at the monetary value, that's around something like 12 billion in treasury, which means like money holded by DAOs. That's huge number, right? And if we look at the venture capital side of the space, like how do they think about that? So VCs last year invested more than 100 million in DAO toolings, which means so you can build a DAO or you can hire people by a DAO. And since there are so many benefits of DAOs, there are also a lot of challenges. So, for example, DAOs cannot hire people, and if they do, it's gonna be problematic. There are a lot of problems that they might have to face, including double taxation. Um, and can US DAO hire people from Estonia, or Estonian DAO can hire people from US? That's a big challenge. And definitely, we're going to talk a lot about today about these challenges in different panels and keynotes. And the second thing, why DAO suddenly, why it matters. And the reason is very simple. Like, if you look, I don't know, like what happened, let's say 30, 40 years ago, right? We were in the era of business 1.0. In that time, you had registers, right? Employee would come, they will sign their names. That means they were at their office. Then things have changed, right? Things have, technology came in, and how it helped us. We had a lot of tools like HelloSign, DocuSign, and DocuBit. So you can process things online, most of it. And you have Google Docs. You have a lot of products right now that can help you run your business smoothly. So that was, for me, Business 2.0, right? And if you look at it right now, what's the next? For companies, we might have, a lot of you might have companies right now. What's next for companies? AI, definitely one of the important thing, and most of you are using ChatGPT and a lot of generative AI to generate a lot of things, making decisions. Then you have business intelligence to make decision predictions. How many people might show up to my restaurants? How can you know that? Because of business intelligence. And on top of that, one thing we haven't seen a lot of innovation in, the governance. How decisions are being made on the centralized level. Like, for example, a company might have 10 shareholders, sometimes 100 shareholders. What happens in there? Can you audit this governance process? Right now, it's very, very hard. If we can adopt DAO model, and this is what we say when we talk about internet native organization, we never say that, hey, DAO is so cool. No, it's not. What we say, we want to bring DAO innovation to the mainstream and what it means. So we can make any company distribute it. Uh, we can provide some autonomy to it so companies can operate more automated. And the third, more important, transparency. So this is what we mean by internet native organization, or in short, INO, right? And if we are successful with our mission, then very soon you will see it everywhere. And hopefully we will be able to replace DAO with this new approach that is like more easy to understand and more easy to adopt by corporates, by brands, startups, and mainstream. So that's my 2 cents on it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Well, actually, we should add that INO NGO, which is registered in Estonia, the Internet Native Organization, MTÜ, is actually a DAO, right? And so we are actually managing a DAO by ourselves. And we can say it's a beginning. We see challenges already, but it feels good. Yeah, because you're not under the table somewhere if the decision is made. You can always talk when you have something to say. You want to share something about this experience?
I mean, yesterday we can share one problem with you actually. So there was one invoice, and I don't know. I think it was Sunday or something, and I woke up at 12, like in mid noon, and Astra and Javier were waiting for my signature to process one invoice, right? And because like there are some problems and challenges right now with the banking that we are using in Estonia, they do not allow this total autonomy, right? So it's a challenge, and definitely we will talk to them very soon and about it, like how can we work together to find some solutions for it. But it was a big challenge. So this is the cost that you pay for decentralization. When you don't have decentralization, then it's another challenge. And this is why you do not see any DAO at this moment as fully decentralized, right? But I mean, like they're kind of trying to do it, and but I mean, like one thing is very, very possible in here. When we created this nonprofit, we thought of starting from a DAO, because if we're going to talk about DAO, we should be also DAO ourselves, right? So we can provide this transparency, openness, autonomy. So this was it, and then Javier can talk definitely more about the technical aspect, how we want to further take it.
Well, I don't have much to add right now on how we operate. I think we need to expand ourselves a lot more so we can keep experimenting and running with sub DAOs and well more new people that bring new challenges and new like opportunities.
I want to add actually here about what we have done. We have definitely researched all the AOAs of different DAOs in Estonian jurisdiction. And I mean, the DAOs that we know are existing, but because actually we don't know this, how many DAOs are right now registered. Maybe some of you want to raise their hands who are, let's say, who is connected to any DAO in Estonia in any way in Estonia. I see one hand, second hand. So we have hands. That's good. Oh, three hands game. 3 hands game. Oh, 4. Okay. And here are more 3. So I would say it's not a big number, but it's actually quite a big number. Come on, we're talking about something which is very new in the market. And what we have found out while reading these statements of the organizations who call themselves DAOs is that definitely they are very much different. And they are not solving always problems there, which might arise up. And there are so many question marks there. And it might bring some confusion, might bring happiness to someone because you have like so much room to play around. But definitely we see that it's so interesting to read these documents and to compare with each other and to understand what could be the best option, you know, in our jurisdiction. So we're kind of, it's our hobby, I would say, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we did definitely download a lot of article of associations to investigate what did they do and how they are trying to get DAO registered in Estonia. But one more question actually to all of you. Are you part of any DAO anywhere in the whole world? So, so like 7 people, yeah? 8. 8. Yeah. Oh, so there are many actually. That's cool.
Okay, we have now 30 seconds left until the next keynote, actually. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you're with us the whole day until the 6 o'clock. And of course, some cool people will after party then after that as well. And please enjoy the day, and let's welcome our next speaker. So the next keynote will be online. It's going to be 25 minutes approximately. It's called Current State of DAOs. And Aiden Slavin, who is the Crypto Impact and Sustainability Accelerator project lead from the World Economic Forum, will give us a very good overview of his experience. Thank you so much.